Zed Nabiakaya Hisquel Yisrael Ben Yehuda. In light of truth. On Facebook, Akaya Ben Yehuda. I want to deal with some things pertaining to men, our people, as Israelite, genetic Hebrew Israelite people should and should not be doing. And really, it's not just for men; it's for women too. Okay, we want to go into the book of Leviticus. Go into the book of Leviticus, and there's some things that I want to read to you. Okay, and we need to understand that Yah means what he says and says what he means. Okay, we're not going to go. We're going to go into Leviticus, I guess. Let us start at the key point. Something the key point. The key point is verse 28. So we're going to read verse 28 first, and then we're going to go back, and then we're going to come forward and read it. One of the key points I want to talk to you about, actually, is in, I should say, verse 28. And verse 28 says, Leviticus chapter 19, verse 28 says, Ye shall not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead, nor print any markings upon you. I am Yah. Okay. I took the word Lord out of the King James Version and used the word Yah because that's what happened. They replaced the name Yah with the word Lord. Okay, so let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back. All right, let's go back. Let's go unto the 23rd verse. It says, And when ye shall come into the land, and ye shall have planted all manner of trees for food, then shall ye count the fruit thereof as uncircumcised 3 years. You should count the fruit thereof as uncircumcised for 3 years. Not, in other words, not being fit. Okay, for 3 years. Shall it be as uncircumcised unto you? It shall not be eaten. Okay, it shall not be eaten of. You can't eat it for 3 years. This is one of the things that the Almighty had commanded us when we went into the land. The fruit of when we planted the trees in the land, and the fruit that came from the trees for 3 years, we were not allowed to eat of it. It was to be considered uncircumcised, unclean, unfit for our people. We are Hebrew Israelite people. But in the fourth year, all the fruit thereof shall be holy to praise Yahweh withal. And in the 15th year shall ye eat, and well, no, not 15th, still God. And in the 5th year shall ye eat of the fruit thereof. So it's telling us that in the 4th year is holy unto Yah. Those things belong to Yah completely. Completely unto Yah, not ours. But in the 5th year, he says, we're allowed to eat. We can have that, okay? We can have the fruit, all right? That it may yield unto you the increase thereof. And he says again that he is Yahweh, our Elohim. Okay. Ye shall not eat of anything with the blood, neither shall ye use enchantments or observe times. Okay. Ye shall not run round the corner. You shall not round the corner of your heads, neither shalt thou round the corners of thy beard. Okay? These are commandments. Anytime that you hear, excuse me, I'm touching my face, but anytime that you hear it says, you shall not, it is a commandment. It's not a suggestion, it's a commandment. He's not saying that we can if we want to. He's saying don't do it. All right. So and then now we head to the 28th verse, and it says, "Ye shall not make any cuts in your flesh for the dead, nor print any markings upon you." He says he is Yahweh again. So what this is saying unto us is the markings. This is what I want to get to, the markings. I've been to Nigeria and I've seen people cut themselves and different things of that nature, and I've seen tribal markings and different things of that nature, and I've seen people that have tribal markings and burn spots and stuff like that. Those things the scripture teaches us is unholy and unrighteous, and we're not to have those, and we're not to do those things. But this is just some of the things. You're talking about enchantments, is talking about people that practice different arts. All right, so those things we know that we're not supposed to be involved with those things. In the book of Leviticus, the 19th chapter, it covers a lot of stuff. But when it says, neither shall you make markings, those is what it's talking about, tattoos. And this is where a lot of our Hebrew Israelite brothers and sisters go very wrong. Very wrong. Many of them is tattooing themselves up like crazy. They've gotten so the devil has deceived them so, and has gotten them so twisted up that they tattoo their whole face, they tattoo their necks, they tattoo their arms, they tattoo their backs, and it's like their whole bodies is just being tattooed up. Those things are wicked in the eyesight of Yah. First of all, you're not even supposed to have one of them. You're not supposed to have one tattoo. Yah, as I was saying to the women, Yah made you a certain way. He made you to be a certain, he looked like a certain way. He made you exactly the way he wanted you to look. And when you was talking about dealing with the wearing of the makeup and stuff like that, and it tells you in this book, of Enoch, that we're not supposed to do that because it was designed by the fallen angels. So not mostly men, but men and women are tattooing themselves, and they're going crazy with it. They're going crazy with it. And it's so crazy with it, and it's demonic. It's demonic. Those tattoos, a lot of times, and the tattoos deals with death. It deals with fallen angels. It has different symbols of Satanism and all this kind of stuff. First of all, the tattoo itself. I don't care whether you make it of a heart or write a person's name. The tattoo itself is satanic. Because why is it satanic? It is in direct rebellion and direct conflict and contrary to the will and the land, the laws, the principles, the statutes, and judgments of the Almighty. So when the Almighty commands something that we should not do, we as a nation of people must learn to humble ourselves under the mighty hand of Yah and submit to the commandments, submit to his laws, his principles, his statutes, and his judgments, and do those things which is right in the eyesight of Yah. If we intend to be a people that is holy and a peculiar people unto the Creator, that's what we must do. Now, getting back to these brothers that got all this stuff all over them. First of all, you're making the people that tattoo you rich. You're enriching their lives. And these people are making money off of when the Almighty decides to pour out his wrath upon you because you are breaking his commandments. What's going to happen? You being punished. What Is what kind of judgment? Do you have any inkling of an idea of what kind of judgment it's going to bring upon you? Now, many of you might say, well, I'm only doing this to myself. It's not hurting anybody. No, it's influencing many other folks around you. You see, you are your brother's keeper. And if you are tattooed up and they look up to you, they're going to follow the steps that you follow. The scripture tells us that many have turned people to their own way. Many of people have caused people to go astray. Those things Yah's going to hold you accountable for. He really will. It's just no getting around it. Now, the only way that you can get out from under the curse of Yah's anger and his wrath is to submit to his laws. And if you got those tattoos on you, the only way you can get out from under that is to remove them. Now, my question to you is this. When you done spent all of that money, thousands upon thousands of dollars, to put this stuff on your body, and all over your flesh and all over your neck. Now, answer me a question. How many people could you have helped that was less fortunate than you, that you could have bettered their lives for a even only for a short time, you know, with that money that you wasted in going contrary to the will of Yah? Some of you have been so deceived that to think that writing the name of the Creator on your face in a tattoo is righteous. It is not. He did not tell us to tattoo his name upon our faces. He told us to write his laws, his principles, his statutes, and his judgment, his commandments, and on something and bind it about our necks. That's what he said, that they might be frontless before our eyes. How are you going to read what's on your own forehead? How are you going to read it? And how are you going to say that it's okay in the eyesight of Yah because it's his name? It's not okay because he said don't tattoo. He said don't make no markings. Don't write. Don't paint. He said don't do those things. So it's just like this. If a man lay with another man's wife, does not he commit adultery? Does it matter the fact that him and his wife can't get along? Does that matter? Does it matter that they're separated? No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. To lay with her, you commit adultery, period. And she commits adultery. So there's no excuse for this. There's no excuse. You cannot compromise. You must submit under the hand of the Creator and do things according to his principles and according to his statutes, according to his judgments, and submit ourselves to his laws. That's what is vitally, 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 vitally important. So now what I want to say to you is this. To get out from under it, they have to be removed. Now, you only spent thousands of dollars to tattoo your whole body up. What you going to have to spend to get it off you? Wow. Think about it. Don't be foolish, people. Don't be foolish. Let's get that stuff off our bodies. And you that think about tattooing, don't do it. I want to say unto you all, shalom. Using this system. Oh, if you like this video, please do me a favor. Hit the like button, the share button, and share it with someone. Shalom.